What's up? This is Zombie Talk 123 here. Sorry if my voice gets annoying. I do have a cold, or maybe you just think my voice is annoying either way. But anyway, the Rangers have made big headlines today, just about an hour ago, as they announced signing Darvish. Darvish, if you have not heard of him, you definitely should have. They broke Dice K's record of a posting fee of $51.7 million. So far, they've already put in $51.7 million they're going to have to pay to the Nippenham Fighters. And now they have to make a contract. That was just to negotiate with him. Now they've had this last month. The deadline is approaching, and it's today. And they announced just before the deadline that they signed him to a 6-year, $56 million deal. Now, the $56 million is guaranteed money. And then another $4 million can be through bonuses. And I believe there will be an option in there. I do not know those details yet. But pretty much that's just of the deal. The main thing is the Rangers have signed Darvish. They have brought one of the biggest personalities and pitchers and one of the best arms all across the world to the major leagues. But not just in major leagues, they brought him to the Rangers. Now, how do I think when I look at this for the Rangers here? They need to keep that competitive edge. They've been to the World Series 2 years in a row. They have not won it. You look at a team like the Angels, have all the money in the world, getting that big TV deal, and going after guys in their prime and maybe a little over their prime, and C.J. Wilson and Albert Pujols signing into big deals. Now, I don't know how Albert's going to do in 5 or 6 years. So do I look to the Angels saying, oh, they're really set up to be a great team in 4 or 5 years. They're a really young team. I would rather be in the Cardinals' position than the Angels by far. Maybe not money-wise, but the system that the Cardinals have and the players that they're producing, I'd rather be in the Cardinals' position. But that's also biased because I'm a Cardinals fan. But anyway, this is an Angels team that finished 10 games behind the Rangers. So the Rangers are still the favorite to win the division, in my opinion. They have a lot of speed. They have a power. They have a mix of everything. And to be able to get a guy like Darvish, 25 years old, has played 7 years in the Japan League, and his numbers like 93 and 28. He's fantastic ERA, 1.99 over his career. He's never had an ERA above 1.88, or he hasn't since he's been 19. So you look at this guy, he's absolutely put up monstrous numbers in Japan. And this is a guy who's been scouted for almost a few years now from the Rangers. The Rangers know him better than anyone. So if it's one team who's going to invest a lot of money in Darvish, you have to trust it's going to be the Rangers. They know him well. They know him inside and out. And John Daniels watched him over the summer. He liked what he saw. He's obviously liked what he saw a lot because he put in a lot of money for this guy. Some Rangers fans might be a little worried. You don't go for a guy like Prince Fielder, or, you definitely have some interest in him, but you still could sign him. But instead of getting a proven guy like that to improve first base and DH, you go after a guy, a little bit of a risky move, investing over $100 million. Why do I like the move for the Rangers? Because the Rangers are a relatively young team. Yes, they have some older guys like Nelson Cruz and Ian Kinsler in their prime, but that's what you need to win. You need young, you need speed, you need power, you need contact, you need pitching, and this is definitely pitching. A 6-year deal. If he does well in the majors, it's going to be well worth it. Also, great move for the fan base. The fans are going to be ecstatic about this. You're going to see jersey sales go crazy. The only bad thing for the Rangers is you're going to have to pay that $51.7 million straight up to the Nippenham Fighters of Japan. So that's a lot of money out of your pocket right away, but it will end up evening out to over $100 million over 6 years. A huge deal for the Rangers and a huge deal for Darvish. I want to congratulate him, his family, coming over to the United States. Good luck in the major leagues. I hope he has a great career, and I really want to see the Rangers win the World Series soon. I feel terrible about how it happened this last year. I'm a huge Cardinal fan, obviously, so I loved it for the Cardinals, but you got to feel bad for that team going 2 years in a row and really being a strike away both times. The Rangers definitely have had some problems in the rotation coming into 2012. Now it's almost set. You have guys like Colby Lewis, Matt Harrison, and Tally Feliz moving to the rotation, Darvish, and Derek Holland. Again, the Rangers know him better than any other team in the major leagues, so they know if they're overpaying for him. They might be overpaying for him, but really you see a guy with a ton of potential in the majors, has pitched fantastically in Japan. He's only 25. He's a franchise player and can develop into one for the Rangers. He's going to sell a lot of jerseys. He's going to get a lot of fans excited about this team who's gone to the World Series twice and lost. And, from my perspective, analyzing this, I think this really, just an overview of it, it looks like the Rangers are going the right direction. Instead of signing these big free agents, maybe past their prime, in Albert Pujols and C.J. Wilson, you go out and get a guy from Japan who has pitched better than any other pitcher all across the world. That to me is keeping a competitive edge to your team. That is improving, and that is building a solid infrastructure for this team for the next few years. So really, I like this team a lot. The Rangers, John Daniels is doing a fantastic job running it, and I love the deal to get Darvish. But obviously, you have to look at the risk. And I think John Daniels is somewhat of an aggressive GM, but very smart. He's always been smart with his moves if you look at them over the past few years. And you look at this, and yes, there's a risk. There is a risk to every signing that you do, but guaranteeing over $100 million to the Nippenham fighters and you Darvish. So there's a risk, obviously, giving over $100 million to someone who has not pitched in the major leagues. But, you know, if he pitched great in Japan, he should be able to pitch fine or very good in the United States. You know, so I'm not sure exactly what to expect numbers wise, but I think if he can win 16 games next year, it's definitely going to be a success. But, you know, what this does for this team is going to create this fan base is going to absolutely go insane. Going to create a lot of buzz. It's going to keep the competitive edge for the team. It's going to, you know, have a great personality, a zesty personality on this team, and hopefully have that number one starter for the Rangers who have not been able to get that ace in Cliff Lee and C.J. Wilson the last few off seasons. So number one, I want to point out that the Nippenham fighters are going to have a lot of money. Now the last team, the team that Boston had to pay for the posting fee from Daisuke, they used the money on getting some free agents and renovating their ballpark. So it's going to be interesting to see how this money is used by the Nippenham fighters. Obviously, it's a good deal for them too. Yes, you're losing a fantastic pitcher, but just a ton of money there. And you don't know how he's going to do the next few years, but I would imagine he would do fantastically in Japan, just like before. So what this does for the Rangers and the division of the AL West. Now, yesterday, the AL Central was changed drastically with Victor Martinez. I still probably think the Tigers are going to win the division. Now, with the signings of Pujols and C.J. Wilson, it looked as the Angels might be able to overcome the Rangers. But the Rangers, they could get Fielder still, and I would take Darvish and Fielder over Albert and C.J. Wilson any day. Those are the two younger guys, so that's the thing to watch. The Rangers are a little bit younger team, going for younger talent, have a better system, and have a lot of great players. So they're definitely here to compete. Again, thanks for watching, guys. I enjoyed making the video. Check me out on Twitter. It's MLB Talk 123. More videos from the Cardinals winter warm-up will be up, and any other news from Major League Baseball. Again, congratulations to you, Darvish, and his family. The Nippenham fighters, hopefully you're not too sad about the loss of Darvish, getting a lot of money there. And the Texas Rangers, congratulations to your fans and organization. Again, thanks for watching. This is MLB Talk 123.